Cape Disappointment State Park is a publicly owned recreation area located southwest of Ilwaco, Washington, on the bottom end of Long Beach Peninsula, the northern headlands where the Columbia River meets the Pacific Ocean. The state park's 1,882 acres encompass a diverse landscape of old-growth forest, freshwater lakes, freshwater and saltwater marshes, and oceanside tidelands. Sites in the park include the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center, 2 miles of Ocean Beach, the North Head Lighthouse, and the Cape Disappointment Lighthouse. Cape Disappointment is one of several state parks and sites in Washington and Oregon that make up the Lewis and Clark National and State Historical Parks. History. Cape Disappointment earned its name when Captain John Meares failed to cross the river bar in 1788. The feat was accomplished in 1792 by American Captain Robert Gray. The Lewis and Clark expedition arrived at Cape Disappointment in 1805. In 1862, during the American Civil War, a camp called Post at Cape Disappointment was established and fortifications existed here from that date to protect the northern approaches to the mouth of the Columbia River from possible attacks by Confederate raiders or foreign fleets. It was garrisoned by Company A, U.S. 9th Infantry Regiment and Company A, 8th Regiment California Volunteer Infantry in the District of Oregon. In 1863, its mate Fort Stevens was established on the south bank of the Columbia River. In 1864, the post was renamed Fort Cape Disappointment. Some Civil War-era fortifications still exist. They were called the Tower Battery, Left Battery, and Center Battery. Fort Cape Disappointment was expanded and renamed Fort Canby in 1875. Later, Fort Canby became part of the three-fort Columbia River Harbor defenses as a sub-post of Fort Stevens along with Fort Columbia. After being decommissioned in the years following World War II, the fort was turned over to the state for use as a state park in the early 1950s. Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center. The Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center features exhibits about the 1803 to 1806 Lewis and Clark expedition from St. Louis, Missouri to the Pacific coast. There are displays about the park's later history, including the lighthouses, U.S. Coast Guard and military activities, and the area's maritime and natural history. Other facilities include an observation deck, films and a gift shop. The center sits on a cliff that overlooks the confluence of the Columbia River and the Pacific Ocean, and is open daily. There is an admission fee. Other park facilities. Cape Disappointment State Park offers camping and other overnight accommodations, 8 miles of hiking trails, watercraft launch sites, picnicking facilities, and tours of the North Head Lighthouse.